Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today, I'm gonna have a video to discuss with you guys. And today, I decided to go discuss you guys on a different topic. Now, this topic, I know it's probably gonna I'm not gonna try to offend nobody. Like, this is just kind of like some advice and also some, kind of more, of like I would say like it's kind of working advice of what's called to that you can use in the future and so anyway, but let's go and actually go ahead and dive in. So the topic I decided to go and discuss you guys about the people that you shouldn't actually date. I mean, literally this topic I actually have planned on doing because here's the thing, this topic is actually kind of part of actually of a story that my friend told me about, and well, I'm gonna go and discuss with you guys. So my friend George, he told me that that I had another friend who actually got married like years ago. What's called like my friend got married what's called that another friend who actually got that was called that got married like years ago, and he said that that he well like in general like he actually he got married and also he has a kid and literally if you guys are running, okay, well, what's the issue? Well, the issue is that he's married to what's called to a person who will not let him go out and hang out with his friends. Now, if you guys are wondering, oh yeah, what's called how what's called if you guys are wondering what's called what type of person she is and why she's not letting him go out. Well, here's the thing. So I understand there's people out there who are like that, which yeah, literally those are the people I kind of hate because in general I don't know how to explain it, but if you're actually married to someone who's like that, but it kind of depends on the person if he or she's okay with it. Like literally, let's say if you're not that person who doesn't want to go out or doesn't want to go out, it's fine. But if you're that person who well, there's people who are out, what's called who actually are who want to go and do stuff, and like literally if their spouse doesn't want to let them do it, then that's kind of an issue. But literally, but in this issue, my friend, literally his wife will not let him hang out because, oh yeah, because you have a kid and you gotta go and take care what's called you got he needs to take care of his kid, which I understand. I respect that. I understand you got responsibility because that's what it is. I mean, if you married and if you have a kid, you got to take that responsibility. But the thing is that the way how here's the way how my friend explained it to was explaining is that literally his wife wants him just to take care of the kid. Literally I don't know for her obviously I don't know if she actually does stuff because literally my friend what's called George, he hasn't told me that well literally I guess that what's called he hasn't really told me that how she is, but he did tell me one time that oh yeah that he what's called that well this is I'm not what's called my friend George told me that he always that he always calls my friend who's married what's called to ask for rights, but I guess that now since he's married, since that he what's called that I guess the relatives of my friend who's married will not told him not to go and give my friend George any rights anymore. And that right there, as soon as when he told me that, I told I told him that oh yeah, what's the reason? He said oh yeah, because he's married and I guess that his wife doesn't what's called like him or trust him or I don't know. And honestly, as soon as he told me that, I was like okay, yeah, this is actually kind of a bit I would say an issue, but it kind of hit me the wrong way because here's the thing. I mean like I mentioned, basically one time you actually are married to someone and then literally how can I say how can I explain this when if you have a friend who is actually married to someone who is like that, then it's actually gonna hit different with it's gonna go and hit different. Now the reason why it's gonna hit different is that because basically I mentioned, basically my what's called when you're married to a person who's like that, that's gonna be it's gonna hit different when if you're hanging out with your friends or family or anywhere. I mean that right there is gonna be a big of an issue, and literally what's called yet again the reason why that I say that's gonna be big of an issue because those type of people they she literally what's called she literally just doesn't want what's called their spouse to go ahead and do anything what's called what's called and literally the spouse just only wants the what's called he or she what's called to go ahead and just stay at home. Literally she's one of those type of people that, oh yeah, like don't stay at home, don't go out, which don't go anywhere. And honestly, that right there is the type of people that I hate, because like yet again, I'm not trying to go ahead and actually hate on his wife, because like all of us, like me and what's called my friends and I, we what's called we never met her, but like literally, if she's that type of person who will not let my friend go out with his friends or actually do anything, then yeah, that's kind of an issue. But the thing is, like, my friend, like, well, just to let you guys know that like my friend hasn't really complained about it, so I guess that he's uh, what's called, like, my friend has really complained about, like, about his marriage, or like literally his wife being, I would say like what, like, clingy, like, I don't know, like, literally, I don't know if that's how you, like, explain it, like, if she's like a clingy stuff like that, or I don't know. I mean, like, literally, like, well, I don't know if she's clingy or not, because like, yet again, like, me and my friends haven't actually what's called we haven't actually met her, so like literally, like, we can't really we can't say that if she's clingy or not. But anyway, so yeah, like, literally, like, my friend what's called literally, so yeah, like, what's called so yeah, basically, like I mentioned, yeah, like, what's called my friend told me that, oh, yeah, like that, like, that our other friend is actually married to what's called to someone who's like that person, and like literally she will not let him go anywhere, and just wants to go and take care of the kid and this and that. But the thing is that, like, here's the thing, like, once when he told me that, like, me and him, we were just discussing, oh yeah, like, literally, does she even work, or like literally she's those type of people are just freaking lazy. I mean, like, yet again, I'm not trying to go and like, trying to go ahead and say nothing bad to her. I'm just saying that, like, oh yeah, like, why you want him only just to go and do all that? Like, you also need to go and what's it called? You also need to go and do your part too, which literally I think she does. And like, yet again, like, I can't really say nothing, because like we haven't met her yet, and like literally, like, or my friend hasn't really told me that if she does her part, because yet again, like, literally, like I mentioned, like, literally, if you're what's called married, then the two of you guys need to do your part into, like, do what's called doing other stuff. I mean, like, you cannot just have your husband and your wife just do like just like that. Like, you also need to do your part too. Like, unless if the husband is working, then that's a whole different issue. But the thing is that, like, well, in this issue, I mean, like, it seems that, like, my friend, like, he just, I don't know if, like, here's the thing, yet again, I guess that, like, my friend George, he hasn't really told me that, like, how he what's called, like, what's his what's called how he what's called his point of view. And I guess that, like literally, I guess that part, to be honest, I guess that, like my friend George, like, the way how he's what's called discussing about it, like, literally, I guess that, like, my friend, like, my other friend who's married, I guess that he's not really, like, what's called, like, I guess that he's just kind of like just solid, and like literally, I guess he has no issue with it, because I guess that he, to be honest, I guess that he probably just wants to go take more responsibility, which I respect that. Like, literally, like literally, I have some friends who are working and they take responsibility, which I respect that. That's what you gotta go ahead and do. But when it comes to, like, oh yeah, like, literally, like, when you need, like, let's say if you want to go and go out and stuff like that, which, like, if you're bored, if you want to do a hobby, but like, if you're spouse won't let you do that, then that's kind of an issue. I mean, literally, like, and plus, like, literally, I know some of you guys are gonna say, oh yeah, why can't the wife just take care of the kids sometimes? I literally, like, well, that right there, you guys are right. Like, I do agree with you, but the thing is that, like, it kind of depends, like I mentioned, it kind of depends, like, like, what's called, who are you married to? Like, if you're married to what's called if you're married to someone who's, like, like I mentioned, who's like that, then yeah, like, literally, that's kind of an issue. And I guess that, like, even if you try to go and, like, try to go ahead and try to go and actually, how can I say, like, literally, like, just to go and put it, like, what's called, just to go and discuss you guys about, like, in a different what's called just to go to, like, explain to you guys, like, let's say that, like, oh yeah, like, literally, if you want to go and actually how can I say, like, I don't know how to explain to you. Let's say that, like, oh yeah, if you want to go out somewhere, then, like, literally, but your wife will not let you, because, oh, you gotta take care of the kid. But if the husband tells the wife, oh yeah, can you just take care of the kid just for just only for today, and then, I'll go ahead and, like, what's good to go ahead and tell you guys how, like, what type of person she is. Like, literally, like, yet again, like, I don't know what's, like, I don't know how to go ahead and describe her as, but I guess that she's that type of people who, like, literally, who wants, the husband to, like, just to go and do all the stuff. And for her, she's probably, like, one of those, like, type of people who, like, just, like, I don't know, like I don't know, like, literally, you guys probably do know what what's called discussing about. But like, yeah, she's probably one of those type of people. But yet again, like literally, even though if he says that, like, oh yeah, can you take care? What's good? Can you watch? The kid. Then like literally, like since like I mentioned, she's that type of person who says, oh no, you guys have to go and watch the kid. So, but like literally, yeah. So to be honest, yeah, like I mentioned, basically, even if you try to go and tell your even if you try to go and say that to your spouse who's like that, then he or she's gonna say no, and that right there's kind of like an issue. And honestly, yet again, so yeah, but alongside too, yeah, so yeah, basically that's what about like my friend's wife who's that what's called who's that kind of person. Yet again, I'm not trying to say nothing what's called like I'm not trying to go and expose her and stuff like that. I'm just saying that like oh yeah like that's the type of person that he's married that what's called that he's that what's called that he's with. And honestly it's kind of sad that that she will not let him go out, which I understand for him. Like to be honest, like I don't really know him that much. Like he probably doesn't want to go out or something, but that's just a different issue. But literally just to go ahead and what's called discuss about another topic, I want to go discuss you guys about the type of people that you shouldn't actually date, and like how could you actually what's called stop this in the future. And well, literally just to go and like discuss you guys about it. So let's just go and dive in. So here we go. All right, so starting out like the all right, so literally I didn't actually really what's called what's called brought up like what type of people that like well yeah there's actually a lot of different type of people who are like what's called that you shouldn't date, like for example like abusive, clingy, and also like lazy and stuff like that. But the main like type of people that you shouldn't actually date, which we're gonna discuss about, is that like I brought up like that my friend's wife who's that what's called that person. Second, you should actually date what's called who like you shouldn't date someone who is actually has an overprotected like family. Yeah, that you shouldn't actually date someone who's overprotected, which I understand. Like I would say overprotected is actually like an issue, but like it kind of depends. Like like here's the thing. For example, like I seen like a of what's called video on TikTok like a while back about this guy who was asking out what's called this girl, I guess, to prom, and then like literally somehow her dad just pulled him into a room who was filled with gangsters, which is actually his homies. And I guess that like he ended up giving him that father talk. And honestly, that right there, like here's the yet again, like I think that like I'm not trying to say nothing like what's called I'm not trying to say nothing what's called like here's the thing, like I mentioned, those are the type of people that you shouldn't actually date. Like like I mentioned, who like those type of people who have a overprotected family, you shouldn't actually not date. I'm not saying that's not like an issue, but like if it's actually way too big of an issue, because I understand like overprotected family, like they always actually what's called try to go and protect their relatives. I understand that, but hey, I mean like literally, what's it called? You can't keep on what's called overprotecting your relative or sibling, because like somewhere later on something's. I'm not gonna say nothing like how it is. I mean like literally like yeah, well, you guys know what I'm discussing about. Yeah, and like yeah, basically yeah, that's the type of what's called that what's called like a person who's actually with an overprotective family. You should just avoid that, unless if you are looking for protection, then that's actually a whole another issue. And well, next you should actually not date a person who's actually how can I say what's called it, who's actually uh what's good. You should actually date a person who's actually like freaking who doesn't want to work and stuff like that. Like you guys already know. And honestly, yeah, you should just avoid that. And like yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. So yeah, those are the three type of people that you should actually just not actually what's called you should not get what's called that you should not actually what's called date. And honestly, yet again, I'm not trying to go and say nothing bad and like good. I'm just giving you guys advice of like what's called like if you guys what's called if you guys are gonna go into what's called go out with someone in the future. I mean what's called yet again like it's just some advice. So yeah, but anyway, moving on. And well yeah, there you have it guys. So literally what's called how you guys what's called there you have it guys. So that's the what's called that's what I want to discuss you guys about. Like yet again, I'm not trying to go in like what's called not trying to go in what's called like I like if you guys what's called yet again, I'm not trying to go in like what's called what's called I'm not trying to go and offend nobody. Like literally this is just like like what's called this is just kind of actually what's called a different take on like this on the issue. And if what's called if you guys want what's good if you guys actually want any other advice. What's good if you guys are looking for like any advice, and you can just go ahead and just what's called ask your relatives, friends, and like anyone. So yeah, but anyway, moving on. Well, there you have it, guys. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification, and I'll see you guys later.